Hey everybody, welcome to Illinois. Once again, today it is Saturday, October 20th, 2018. Temperature here is 38 degrees. Holy smokies, I can't think with all that racket going on. Temperature here is 41, 38. According to Squeaky Jade, it's 41. Weather app says 38. Boy, it got down to like 30 degrees back there in Indiana. As you can see, it's no longer windy over here. Dead calm. Kind of glad, because I was kind of getting tired of that howling wind. Ugh. What in the world? Oh, got it. All right, we are currently traveling on Interstate 94. West towards Chicago. I'm gonna take 94 to 90 all the way to La Crosse, Wisconsin. Even though my delivery appointment is not till tomorrow, boss man wants me to arrive sometime tonight in La Crosse. So that's what we're gonna try to do. Started to get windy again. Hey everybody, greetings from downtown Chicago, Illinois. Actually, we're south of Chicago. Temperature here is 44 degrees, 41 according to the weather app. Sydney, Jade, and I are down to 292 miles to La Crosse, Wisconsin. Traveling on Interstate 94. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. This is the very end of the Chicago Transit Authority, CTA. Yeah, adaptive cruise control doesn't really work in city traffic. More like freeway traffic. I've also noticed that even on the freeway, the following distance is so far that if you just let the cruise control operates, there'll be somebody bound to pass you and get between you and the vehicle in front of you. Every time somebody passes you and get in front of you, you slow down. I think adaptive cruise control works well out there in the middle of the desert or anywhere that's not crowded. Come on, Jeep. Let's go, Jeep. Hey, Jeep. Come on, Jeep. Jeep, come on. I don't think he's aware his left turn signal is even on. Well, we tried. There he goes. Mr. Jeep. wonder how the word or the name Jeep came to be. Very unusual name. Jeep. Did you know that in the Philippines, Jeep is not just a name. It can be used as to flag down a transportation, public utility. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Jeep, but it can be a Jeep-looking vehicle. Kind of like when people say toothpaste, people say Colgate, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's Colgate, the brand. It could be the toothpaste. There's a Filipino or Visayan joke that says, could you buy me some Colgate? Make sure it's a close-up. Two totally different brands. So anyway, in the Philippines, yeah, you can say, I'm waiting for a jeepney or a Jeep. They're not exactly talking a Jeep. Pagpara o Jeep, it could be a Toyota, Isuzu, you name it, but it'll be a Jeep. Alright, we should be coming up to my castle here. My favorite castle. Boy, I wouldn't want to be at that Sears Tower up there, or not a Sears Tower anymore. Willis Tower. That thing's got to be swinging and swaying back and forth. Must be really, really windy up there right now. There goes my castle right there. I told this story many times, but it's been many years since I told it. So here goes. A friend of mine from Sheboygan wanted to see. He wanted to come down to Chicago and see. He wanted to go up to the Sears Tower. It was a Sears Tower back then. And it was a windy day, exactly like this. Very windy. And so we went up. Man, was it howling up there like crazy. And there was not a whole lot of people. In fact, when you go up to the elevator, I bet you there were only like 4 or 5 of us. Usually that elevator is jam-packed. But that day when we went up, there was just, as I said, a few of us going up. So we went up there, looked around. Finally we said, okay, let's go. We came down. There was only two of us. Even the elevator operator did not go down with us. He waited until we got into the elevator. He used his key to do an express down to whatever floor that was. Next thing we know, that we hear this big loud snap and clunk, and I'm thinking, oh dear. And that was my first time to get stuck on an elevator. So, well, we waited. Finally, I used the emergency phone inside the elevator. Called for help. And finally, somebody came and opened the door. Only to find out that the elevator went down to the bottom of the shaft. If you don't know what the bottom of the shaft of an elevator is, basically it's just a square hole on the ground with concrete walls all the way around. And it's not supposed to go all the way down that far, because when the elevator doors opened, all there was a concrete wall. So we knew we were in trouble, but at least I knew we were in the bottom of the bottom of the building. What's the worst thing that could happen, right? You ain't gonna fall anymore. You're down there. We waited at least an hour and a half, 2 hours, I think. Finally, somebody came and started raising the elevator. They were inching it, inch by inch, up. And for some reason, I don't know what happened, they opened the right side of the elevator wall. If you were facing out towards the door, they opened the right side of the elevator door, and we had to crawl between two elevators through the walls. And they did the same thing to the other elevator on the other side. It took a long time before they get that done. And looking back then, nobody had to go to the bathroom. Oh man, that would have been a mess, right? Yeah, nobody had the urge to go to the bathroom. But this friend of mine, he started getting, what do you call that, claustrophobic, getting cramped up in there in that hole. He started getting panicky and like, oh, come on. Well, they finally got us out. I would have to say that was about 25 years ago. We later asked them what happened. Their explanation was it was so windy that the cables kind of wrapped around on itself. I don't know, that building doesn't really look all that tall, doesn't it? once you get up there, boy, it sure looks like it's a long way down. Used to be the tallest building in the world. I wonder if the Freedom Towers in New York are any taller than that yet. Who knows? You know what? I should have taken that 290. But, wonder what CFI is doing. Taking a 30-minute break. Come on, car. Looks like 290 is kind of slowed down also, so I guess it's a toss-up one way or the other. Temperature here is 41 degrees and very windy. billion? Seriously? Wow. Is that Mega Millions? That is crazy. $1 billion. I'll never forget when James Bond said, "The world is not enough." It truly isn't. I could just imagine it now. Winning $1 billion, then I'd tour around the world, set up, Patreon and GoFundMe page. Oh man, could you imagine how angry the trolls would be? If everyone knew you won $1 billion, you still ask, hey, I have a Patreon page and a PayPal account, a GoFundMe page. Oh man, I tell you, I think people would be so stinkingly mad. That is crazy, right? What is it about? Why do people get so angry if you tell them hey, I have a Patreon or I have a PayPal account? What makes them so angry? I don't really get that. I really don't get that. Why people get so angry? If people wanted to give you their appreciation in a monetary way, why is that so bad? I don't. Now, for example, this is just an example, okay? What if I were to say, hey, could you guys give me 99 cents from each and every one of you out there? I mean, 99 cents is really nothing. I mean, you're not gonna go broke if you give away 99 cents or $1, right? So it really isn't about the money. It really isn't about the money. And if you don't want to give, don't. But why? Yeah. But can you imagine if each and every one of you out there just donated $1, 75,000 of you. To each and every one of you, $1 is just $1. No big deal. But you gather 75,000 US dollar. That's a big, big amount. It would be, the giving would be so insignificant. In fact, many of us would waste that kind of money on useless things as, I don't know, cigarettes or chewing gum or whatever, right? Really, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But yet, to the person that's receiving it, that's savings for a lifetime, you know? It's crazy. As I said, that was just an example. I've learned my lesson not to ask, because boy, oh boy. Nothing gets people angrier a lot quicker. I don't know why. I really don't understand it. I really don't. Maybe you guys, to those of you who do get angry, maybe you guys could shed some light on why does that make you angry, like the world is going to end tomorrow. Because for the life of me, I just really don't understand it. And I think a lot of YouTubers don't understand that either. Ask me if I like automatic transmission. Ask me. Alright, you asked. I love it. I love it in the times like these. I love it. Koreatown, exit 84. I don't know. I must have created my Patreon page now for a year. I still have yet to post a video on it. I don't know. Just can't handle too many issues, too many social media outlets out there. A lot of people suggest, oh, you should do a Twitter account, you should do what is Instagram, and YouTube is more than enough for me. Well, we'll catch you guys later. This is getting a little bit long. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching, everybody. Try to be good here. Peace.